Hello again. It is still March 10th. I do not have a poem or anything to recite, but I am thinking about the LA Marathon that is fast approaching next Sunday. So it's Monday, so it's this week. I haven't trained for it. I haven't ran in months. And I've spoken about it on here. I don't know how lengthy, but the gist of it is with all the changes I've gone in the last, I guess we're going on 7 months now, the divorce, which seems to be a second or third slot, in processing grief, because I'm dealing with all this stalking bullshit in this atmosphere and dealing with these people, right? I mean, they've had access to my home. I don't need to get into the intricacies of it because it's already been stated. Anyways, so the thing of it is I haven't been running for a multitude of reasons. My life is shifting in a lot of different ways, and I've been called to kind of just stop the physical activity, although dancing has been very fun. I have enjoyed that immensely, and that's something I'm going to continue. So I love it. Anyways, so I made a commitment to my friends to do this marathon, and I mean, that was my life back before August of 24. That's, the goals I had. And, Hawaii was supposed to be, December of 24, and I canceled that for a multitude of reasons. So I feel like, I made these commitments, right? Not only to myself, but to my friends. And being an athlete is having discipline. To do, triathlons and marathons, and you have to be somewhat disciplined. And I, training back to back for 2 Ironmans, 2 did not finish this, and that's okay. Learned a lot, probably more than I would have if I completed each race. So anyways, that's not really why. So being disciplined is part of being an athlete, and that is part of who I am. So for me to having been shifted away from that for a while, I still do what I can when I can, but it's not pressing. It's not, I'm not following a training plan. It's not being disciplined and showing up for myself in that capacity no matter what. It's been more of the feminine energy, the relaxing, the meditation, the creativity. I call it the pendulum swing, because it was everything I was doing on the masculine side and then going to the feminine side. And so now it's kind of like, I think I'm slowly coming through. I know I'm slowly coming through some big energy shifts, and life is changing and shifting, and I'm okay with all of that, and I welcome it. It's just interesting. So I was telling somebody yesterday that I think that part of my life is over, or it's shifted in a capacity. So those of us, or those of you who are disciplined in such a way, and then perhaps not, like, I'm just really trying to navigate, like, do I show up at this race? Do I give it my best? Because that's the thing. I've been so uncomfortable in my life. I've been going through life, pretty much going through life in a triggered state of PTSD, right? With everything going on, how can you not, right? Thank God I have people I trust, and my best friend's been amazing during this whole thing. Thank God, seriously, for her. Shout out to you, my love. I love you so much. As a bird flew over, so poetically perfect. So I've already been in a uncomfortable state for quite some time, and for me to get up and go be cold, because those of you who have ran that marathon or any other perhaps know that it's fucking cold in the morning. The shuttles, it's intense. It's a lot to get up early and to go do, and to not have trained for it and question, am I going to injure my body? My job is physical, so I keep that in mind. Obviously, even though I'm not running on my hands and arms, it's still physical on the body. But there's this thing in me that I have this thing that I don't give up. I don't quit. And it's like, where is that balance? Like, okay, so you don't quit. Great. But so you still Lisa, I tell myself, like, you still have to shift and make changes where changes are necessary, right? Because otherwise you're just going to go in and be a fool about it. So I'm just navigating. Can I show up and do my best? Absolutely. I think I'm just in a space where it's like, I don't fucking want to. And I'm in a state where if I don't want to, I'm just not going to do it. And actually, that's probably been most of my life. I'm very stubborn, but at the same time, training and athleticism takes a different, you have to take a different approach to that. You can't be like, fuck it, whatever, all the time, especially if with a big goal like Ironman in mind, even a half Ironman, or some would like to call 70.3. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And so I was like, well, should I just go work? Should I stay home? Should I travel? Should I do this, do that? Should I maybe go support my friends doing the race? There's so many options. So for today, for right now, I'm going to sit on it, and the sun is really starting to beat down on my eyes. And as somebody said yesterday, there's no shame in taking myself out of the race. And I guess I'm really struggling, maybe mentally, because I tell myself all the time, you fucking show up and you do what you can. I don't give up, right? So maybe I feel like not showing up is giving up in a sense. But at the same time, I think, didn't I give up when I didn't start training? So I don't know. It's this whole kind of mental mind fuck. I piss myself off sometimes. You know, I know once I make a decision, it'll be all right, and I'll just go with it, and I'll stick with that decision, and that will be that. But it's the in-between, the deciding, you know, my friends are counting on me to be there, and I haven't seen them. I haven't been training, you know. So a part of me misses that part of my life. But understanding that there is divine timing, divine unfolding. Everything is unfolding perfectly in my life, and I respect that, even though I will question it. Yeah. So with that, I don't know why I decided to ramble about this, because I've been stuck in my head about it. I've asked a couple of people about it. Ultimately, it's my decision. Which is like life. Ultimately, it comes down to you and your life and what decisions you want to make for your highest and greatest good. And I guess maybe that is the message that needs to come out of all of that. But, you know, sometimes making a decision is very difficult. And taking that first step forward to speak or to do whatever action or non-action, I don't know, needs to be done. It can be very difficult and hard. But once it's made, wow, what a breath of fresh air, a breath of everything. So if you're struggling with something, much like I am with this marathon, and among other things, but if you're struggling, then maybe just take one step and see what that leads to, because I'm sure it's going to lead to another step and another step, and your life unfolding perfectly. And yeah, who knows? Lightning could strike and magic could happen.